Hello, Greece here. I was just philosophizing as I often do, and I was thinking about some of the inventions that have really improved mankind as a whole. One of those things being pita bread. Well, I was thinking about math. Yeah, I know that sounds really boring, but if you think about it long and hard enough, without mathematics, you wouldn't be able to do your accounting, you wouldn't be able to figure your taxes, you wouldn't be able to measure a house, uh, figure out how much you owe on groceries. Yeah, if you ponder about this long enough, you realize that without math, life is pretty much meaningless. And I was just thinking about um, the ones that put all of this together, like Euclid and um, Archimedes. And we really have them to thank, don't we? And one thing I learned about Archimedes, which I actually didn't know myself until I actually did a little bit of research within some of my libraries, and I discovered that Archimedes was a very intriguing man. He did astrology, and I never really knew that, but then I thought, well, it makes sense because he would have had to have known the position of the stars and everything to have made these calculations so precise. And it just leads me to my main point of how that without algebra, calculus, even finite math, you can't do anything. And that's why I love it. So sue me. I can't help myself. I know a lot of people say, well, here, you handle the math. I don't understand it. And I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, why? It's really not that hard. Well, maybe the theoretical elements of higher mathematics might be a little bit more intimidating. And to be honest with you, finite math is a little bit out there. But you need formulas. And formulas usually give you the result that you want. If you put something into a formula, then something will come out as a result, as a solution. And that's why I'm glad that so many of my forefathers were able to invent this and create a system in which everything actually makes some semblance of sense. And the more math that you know, the more mystical it becomes, strangely enough. You wouldn't really think of that about mathematics, but if you get into physics, then you're really getting into some heady spiritual stuff here. A lot of it is very unusual, and you have to use faith. So, those are just my thoughts for the day. I was just thinking. You can take my advice or leave it. Use my wisdom for your good or your bad. It doesn't matter. Usually I don't think that much, but today I just happened to be.